Florida is literally about to be in the biggest FO phase. Do you know how we as Democrats were telling you that you were going to lose all of your labor? Like, nobody's going to be able to build your house. No one's going to mow your lawn. No one's going to roof your house. No one's going to do your gutter work. No one's going to take out your no one is going to do all the jobs that you as an American feel far too entitled to do. So if you kick all these people out of the country, who's going to do it? Well, Ron McDonald DeSantis has a solution. They're putting the kids to work. Florida debates lifting some child labor laws to fill jobs vacated by undocumented immigrants. Johnny, thanks for coming home from school. I hope you had a great day at school from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. I know you have homework to do, but I really need you to finish tiling the roof. And let me tell you, if Miss Johnson's lawn is not mowed by dinner time, there's no dessert, Johnny. This is the biggest FO of them all.
The proposed law, which will be debated this week, would allow children as young as 14 to work overnight shifts, something that is currently prohibited. If passed, the bill would give employers the right to schedule teenagers, some of whom are in middle school and high school, to work on school days, even late at night, without the current limits on work hours. Governor Ron DeSantis supports the bill. Of course he does, claiming that young people, including teenagers and college students, should fill the jobs that were left vacant by recently deported workers. He believes that requiring children to work these jobs is a solution to the state's labor shortage. Anybody with a brain, though, can see how this plan could exploit vulnerable children. Loosening child labor protections will only fuel inflation and create further labor shortages as workers are pushed into more difficult and unsafe jobs. Child labor laws were put into place to protect young workers from harmful conditions, but this new bill threatens to reverse those hard-fought-for protections. Florida has already made it easier for children to work in recent years. Last year, a law was passed allowing homeschooled teenagers to work at any hour of the day. The state has also made employers check the immigration status of their workers, leading to fines for those who don't comply. But as child labor violations rise, nearly tripling in recent years, Florida's plan to ease regulations is sacrificing the welfare of children for the sake of filling these jobs.
You MAGAs would rather have a child working overnight than have an illegal immigrant doing that job. What the fuck? Like, seriously, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go look at the law that Florida wants to pass. I'm sorry, but a child from the age of 14, okay, as young as 14, as young as 14, should not be working overnight. There are child labor laws for a reason. We should not have children working. Are you so hateful that you'd really rather have a child working than an illegal immigrant? God damn, you guys need to really reassess, like, your morals. You really need to reassess your morals, like hardcore, because it's mind-blowing that you can think like that and that you think it's okay. And you know who that's going to be working? That's the children. It's minority children. It's children of poor socioeconomic status. Whew, man.
So Florida has fucked around, and now they're finding out. And you know who's paying the price? Children. Due to the mass deportations in Florida, Florida is experiencing a major labor shortage, and in order to combat this, they are relaxing child labor laws. Not only are they relaxing child labor laws, but they're also introducing a bill that would allow companies to pay less than minimum wage. SB 918 would relax child labor laws and would allow children as young as 14 to start working overnight shifts. Now, while introducing SB 918 is bad enough and would allow children to work overnight shifts even during the week on school days, they are also introducing HB 1225. And what this does is it allows organizations and corporations to offer apprenticeship roles or internships, which would allow people to accept less than minimum wage for the job. So not only is Florida using child labor to fill this labor shortage, they're also putting in place laws and regulations to allow corporations to take advantage of the situation and to pay less than minimum wage for that labor.
Oh, but wait, there's more. This bill would also eliminate the 30-minute meal breaks that these children are legally required to take after working 8 hours. Let's just talk about that for a minute. Florida only has around 53 workers for every 100 available jobs. So instead of accepting the labor and tax money from undocumented migrants, the Republicans think it's a better idea to have 14-year-olds working overnight shifts on school nights for less than minimum wage. That's genuinely fucking insane.
This is the next move, apparently. We legalize overnight employment for children as young as 14. We lift restrictions on working hours, and we, simultaneously gut the Department of Education on a national level because we don't want an educated electorate or proletariat in this country. We want dumb, uninformed, compliant laborers.
America is officially in the pits. There are things like child labor laws put into place to protect children from being overworked and to provide safety for children working jobs that they should not be working on. If this isn't Governor DeSantis' a fuck around and find out moment, I don't know what is. It just can't be what people voted for. This can't be what you thought. Yes, this is gonna be for me. He's making the country great again. To allow children to work overnight, because what kind of overnight jobs are there? Amazon, factory workers, stock rooms, children as young as 14? Florida has always been the underarm pit of America, but bro, this is fucking crazy. This is crazy.
Critics say this is giving big businesses a free pass to exploit young workers, supporters, and guys, they calling this an opportunity. But let's be real. We don't want no 14-year-old trading homework for 40 hours a week. Who wants to do that? Who want their child doing that? This isn't 1925. What is y'all talking about? It's giving sweatshop energy, not student success. One of the craziest parts about this, guys, is like as of right now, kids can work up to about like 11, maybe 11, 15, something like that. But with this new bill, your child can now work 24 hours a day. What? Who's doing that? Why? A child should be in bed like by like 10. You don't want your child out in the streets. What we doing? What are y'all doing, Florida? Stay alert, stay informed, because what's happening in Florida doesn't just always stay in Florida.
Florida, we have a labor shortage. We got rid of everyone who works. What are we going to do about this?
We could hire the people who wanted this and were complaining about jobs being stolen.
No, they're too lazy. Also, they already had jobs. They just love to whine for no reason. No, what we need is a labor group that will love to work for pennies and has an unlimited supply of them.
The Chinese!
Jesus. Okay, maybe. Actually, put a pin in it. Now, we can't do another foreign group. That defeats the whole purpose of all of this. You can't go from Mexican food to Chinese food. No, what we need are children. Children would love to work for that. Bro, get these kids some W-2 forms. Start teaching them about taxes. Make them earn their Fortnite skins that they want so much. Like, who needs school when you're making below minimum wage? Also, it's Florida, guys. No one's gonna bat an eye if we do this. Like, we're like the Spirit Airlines of states, okay? Everyone just loves to make fun of us. We'll get away with it.
If you're in Florida, listen up. Colleges out here, we making deals with the devil, not deals with teacher, because education comes last in Florida. Look, we're making it so that campus police, they can deport you. I know, we're giving more power to the system, okay? Because the F in Florida doesn't stand for fun or freedom. It stands for fascism, okay? So you're probably wondering what colleges are going to be doing that. Well, that's a great question, my little illegal. It's going to be the University of Florida, University of South Florida, University of Central Florida, and the Atlantic Florida University. They're a little hesitant because they just watched the movie Coco, and they're like, wait, guys, they might be people too. But they'll come around to it. So look, we just wanted to give you the heads up. We want to let you know that we're getting rid of all these studious criminals. We don't want them studying around our daughters, okay? So if you're out here with a 4.0 GPA, we're going to send you back to the Dominican Republic, Poppy, okay?
These people, they really don't care about your kids. To me, it does not make sense for teenagers to be working overnight shifts, especially on school days, since they're basically not going to be able to learn. But honestly, to no surprise, it's no surprise that they are basically trying to gut as much education, so basically kids would have to do these jobs. And for those that actually didn't read this, this was actually detailed in Project 2025. Notice how a lot of the things in Project 2025 are coming into fruition? And it basically looks like they're going the route of the state of Arkansas, in which Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders basically eased child labor laws over there and basically removed hazard protections for kids that work those type of jobs. If you think about it, comedian George Carlin was basically right. It's like they only care about you when you're in the womb, but once you're out, you're on your own. Because these people are also getting school lunches and they're also getting SNAP benefits. And they're basically trying to gut anything that helps the American citizens. We are in dark times indeed.
Florida, how about let's get the undocumented people back into the jobs? Can we do that? Can we do that? That just makes sense. But also, it just goes to show that they don't give a fuck about these kids. I keep telling y'all, they do not give a fuck about these kids once they're born. Because what would possess you to allow a child to work unlimited hours on a school night when education is important? But obviously education is not important because y'all want to get rid of the damn Department of Education. But back to my point. Y'all don't care about these kids unless they're born. Y'all trying to force these people to have these kids that they do not want to have. But yet, when a kid is born, you saying fuck the kid, fuck their education, and fuck their life? Florida's going to hell.
See, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.